Hello, Epilogue tubers, and welcome back to Let's Goof Around in the Story of Blue Cloud with me and BlueAnkylo. So, as far as I know, last episode we finished the final boss and the final boss gauntlet even. I actually managed to beat the super hard all-boss mode. Mostly thanks to Holy War Elixirs, which are pretty much OP. Anyway, so we had fun, and from now on I'm just going to make an episode or two, I don't know how many exactly. We're just going to be goofing around. I'm going to be showing you some recipes, trying some different things out, maybe refighting a few bosses. I don't know, just random stuff like that. I've already cheated in a bunch of money and a bunch of souls, so that'll be fun to start with. There we go. So I've got, you know, about 2 million souls and tons of platinum. And with that, we'll be able to start figuring out recipes and stuff that I missed along the way. You know, that kind of stuff. Now, I just noticed Holy War Elixir actually has an upgrade. What is that? Oh, that's just Asuna. No big deal. I was like, what could be better than Holy War Elixir? Anyway, Divine Spark. Now, what I want to make is a magic armor set right off. Now, the Dragoon armor is pretty good. The shield is what's really killing my magical abilities here. So I'll put that over there. And just like that, even without any accessories, we'll suddenly be pretty good with magic. Using 1 mana to cast this is pretty cheap. So maybe I should try a boss with just that item. Or I could upgrade it first to be the Divine Boom Cannon, which instead of doing 148 does 7,440. That sounds pretty good. Let's do that. I probably don't have enough humanity, and I wouldn't have had enough Dark Souls. So we would have had to grind away to get enough Dark Souls, and definitely for humanity and stuff. I don't know how much... Like, I don't think it actually does enough damage to actually make much difference right now. Like, that's not going to kill anything. It's a cool laser beam, but it's never going to kill the super hard mobs. At least not with my current setup. I don't know. Maybe there's a different armor magic that would make it way better. But anyway, so we're still going to have to use the spear to kill that guy. What's your problem? Oh right, I start with full health now, I forgot. Very nice to start with max health. Okay, we gotta find I'm losing all my souls, it's crazy. We gotta find a what was I gonna say? Something. A way to use magic. We gotta find some good spells and stuff. So first up, yeah, we're not gonna use Philosopher's Stone anymore. We're not gonna use the Vanity Pet anymore. Mushrooms. Just trying to clean up a bit of space for us. Apparently the Hamdrax is a somewhat good weapon too. I'll try that out. But yeah, what I wanted to do was Humanity and Cursed Souls. Now I might have almost had enough Cursed Souls, but 200. Yeah, I actually had enough. It was just Humanity I would have been short on. Humanity, as I've mentioned before, is one of the harder ones to get, definitely. As far as I know, you have to go to the underworld to get it, and the enemies that drop it are somewhat common but difficult. They're tough. They put up a good fight. So we got Humanity, and can I get a big batch of Cursed Souls while I'm down here? Unfortunately, they're not all nicely organized so that they're all together, all the similar ingredients. I should be able to recognize them. They look cool. Red Titanite. Yeah, that's good stuff. Just looking around. You guys know this is an epilogue, so I'm gonna try out like the fire spirits and stuff. Maybe it starts with a fire rune, and you get all the way up to Fire Tome and all the cool stuff. I will try to look at those recipes just to have a quick test. So we might do a couple long episodes. I don't know how long it'll go for, to be honest. It depends on how much time I mess around on camera looking at. Oh, there they are. Looking at stuff like this. What I really need is a demon altar in my house. I wonder if you can spawn a demon altar in. Probably... there might be a way to do it, but I don't know how. It might be a map editor or something, but it'd be nice to have a demon altar up in my house for some of this stuff. But, oh well, no big deal. Oh, missed my turn. At least this one's pretty close, right? Like, it's not too bad. Where's... Oh, right, of course. So, the Divine Boom Cannon, which is pretty much ridiculous. And I got a lousy one, of course. Of course I did, guys. Why would I get a good one right off the bat? Reforge, how much is this going to cost? Nothing. It's actually really, really cheap. Wow. So it counts as magic, so you're supposed to get, what's the upgrade for magic? It's like There might be a way to make it cost nothing if I can get it to lower the mana cost. That'd be ridiculous. I'd like to have it... Well, Ruthless is good. I was thinking it could almost crack the 10,000 damage mark, but anyway. Let's go, what should we kill with the Divine Boom Cannon? I think this will now do more damage than we'll know what to do with. 9,000. Let's summon up, who gave me trouble before? Who gave me trouble? Let's swear vengeance on, oh, I don't know, the Blight. The Blight was a real pain earlier. So, there we go. Okay. Summon the Blight. We'll use the Divine Boom Cannon. I'm sure it's probably the best weapon in the game. It's just, I'll just have one boss fight with this just to show you guys what it's like, because I'm curious. And then we'll try some normal magic and stuff. Okay. Come on over. Where are you? There you are. So I don't have my shield on, so I'm not going to be actually immune to everything. There it is. So, where'd it go? I wonder if it has, like, too much knockback. No knockback, so it shouldn't knock this thing back at all. Where'd the Blight go? There's the Blight. It seems like the Blight's teleporting when I hit it or something. I actually don't know what is going on here. There we go. And now I'm muted. That's no fun. Shouldn't be allowed to mute me. I'm actually out of mana. How did that happen? It only cost 1. I do have some mana potions though. The Blight is definitely bugged, or maybe not the Blight, but my bosses are bugged. Notice how it unspawned there? You could see it attacking me. It was like just over there, and it still despawned. Okay, let's just go kill some normal stuff. Let's put it on death mode, and we'll just go kill some normal mobs. There we go. So how much damage can we do? Critical hit should do like over 10,000 damage. I just want to see something with multiple tens of thousands. It does seem to knock them away or something though. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm just crazy. It sure sends me flying. Well, that's the Divine Boom Cannon, guys. As you may have guessed, I'm not a huge fan of gun weapons. I definitely managed to use all my mana if I'm not careful. I thought it only used 1. Maybe it does actually drain my mana faster than I was expecting. So you can't just go forever. But, I mean, it's pretty powerful. It kills most of these things in 1 hit, even the tough guys. So I would say so far, probably the strongest weapon in the game. Just of everything I've seen. Let's go, the underground corruption bit has given me a lot of problems in the past. Once we start getting, like, hard mode monsters. Switch this way. Like, these guys are a real pain if you don't have something that pierces walls. Oh, that guy's tough, too. Wow. He was tough once upon a time. This is pretty awesome, though. Used all my mana again. 5,600 damage. It doesn't actually feel like it's doing as much as it's supposed to. It's supposed to do 9,000. More if I use, like, mana potions and stuff. Bats. Warlocks. Alright, well, I think that covers that weapon. What do you guys think? Is that fair? Oops. That was not what I meant to do. Whee! That's pretty good. Alright, that's good. We had good fun. No, I don't want to do that. Alright, so that's that is our Divine Boom Cannon. So we're just gonna start playing around with some spells and stuff. Okay, let's not put them off. There we go. Okay, so I'm actually just gonna throw it out because it's too powerful. It's too good. So what I wanted to know, all along the game, I wanted to know how to make good magic armor, honestly. And I always had a hard time finding a good set that really boosted my magic armor. So what I'm thinking here is if you start with Hallowed, what can we get? Can I get Life Regen, Dark Knight, Ancient Watt. Oh, that might be okay, I don't know. What's the easiest way to get this kind of stuff? Could I just cheat it in quick like this if I go headgear? Unfortunately, there's just so many items. Could kind of look through here to see what there is. Shadow Ninja, Hero, Power New. What's good for magic, guys? Longer invincibility, critical chance. I don't know. There's just so much stuff. It's crazy. I guess what I'm gonna do, you know, because I'm kind of at a loss as what to do in this video now that I'm just in here. I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a cut in the video. I'm gonna spend a bit of time setting up a boss. I'll maybe make a magic set, and I'll bring a bunch of I'll make a bunch of the different end game spells, and I'll try to tell you how to get them, give or take, and then I'll fight a boss like that or two. So I'll see you guys back in a minute. Sorry. Alright folks, so I think I've got a setup that works. Now all I'm using is the Hallowed Armor Magic Upgrade, which is the Anchor Watt set. There could be a better set, but it doesn't really matter right now. All I really need is the magic crit and the magic damage. The Dragoon Armor would actually do just fine, because it's the accessories that seem to make the mage. Now, the ring will affect, this Ring of Artorias we've got, that will affect magic damage just as well. The Celestriad is the one I was really hoping to find, and unfortunately I never got a golden hairpin. You can see from the gem box, the one we got for killing the Wyvern Mage, the recipe for the Celestriad, and I would have been okay on everything eventually, except the golden hairpin, and I don't know where you get that. Maybe somebody else knows. Unfortunately, I could not tell you. And then I also decided to go with this Dusk Crown Ring, which gives you another 50% magic boost, magic crit, which should push us up to nearly 100%. There may be better, but this is kind of what I had on hand. And then I still think the gem box is good, because we're dual casting it as well. The main thing, of course, is the Celestriad makes spells cost 1. So something like, say, Bolt 4, which normally costs... Oh, what's it say here? Bolt 4. Normally... Come on, game, update. It's usually more than 0. Is it this thing? Somehow my game has glitched out. Figures. Just sit there for a second. Honestly, this is supposed to cost like 280 mana normally. Whatever. The point is, you wear the Celestriad and it's supposed to cost 1 mana. For some reason, it's costing 1 even after I take stuff off. I don't know what the deal is with that. Where's all my stuff? Gem box. And the extra ring. That just to pump the damage up a little bit. So, you guys have seen Ice 4 before. No big deal. It's not super duper great. But Bolt 4 is an old favorite. And being able to cast it... wow, you sure move fast with this armor set. It feels nice. Basically unending. Actually, you know, maybe this Dusk Ring is a bad idea. I thought that would be cool, but having half life... Yeah, it's not worth it. Never mind. I'll need to find another accessory. Be back in a second. Okay, well, I decided to go with just the old wizard's hat. I actually had one anyway. Plus 25% magic damage is pretty good. We actually don't need mana as long as you have the Celestriad. It's all just about magic damage and magic crit. So, I don't have as good of ring for magic crit right now. What I need is, like, if you guys remember from Omnirs, there was the Great Ring. Not the one that summons the Witch King, the one that actually gives you plus 50% to all stats or something ridiculous. I don't think that's in this this mod for Dark Souls. So, oh well, I think I found about as good as I'm willing to spend time on. There may be, I'm sure there's better stuff if you look around long enough. But I tried to just make the basic accessories. Now for magic, most of them can be found, if you're looking to craft this stuff, just through the spell tomb. You can get a Fire Spirit Tome just with basic hard mode stuff, and then you can upgrade that with mostly just Dark Souls. So most of the spells I'm going to show you work basically just like that. You either craft them straight up from one spell tome plus some ingredients, or you craft the level 1 version, like Fire Spirit and a few other things. Stop that. Fire Spirit and where's 1? Bolt 1. Yeah, it goes Bolt 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have Bolt 4. And you can actually upgrade it to a Thunderbolt. I haven't tested that out yet. I don't have Ancient yet. I was going to try out a bunch of spells. Anyway, point is, I want to show off some spells. So, the Blackened Flames, 208 damage with my current setup. Still 0 mana. They cost, for whatever reason, I've had some weird problems unequipping this thing. It should go back to its normal mana cost, but I don't know why. It doesn't seem to bother. Blackened Flames is dual casted, of course, so don't forget. But this is one of the spells we've actually seen some of the bosses and Abyss things cast on us. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like it actually does tons of damage, to be honest. I mean, the little projectiles... I like to think of Dark Knights as good testing enemies, because they're fairly tough, super hard mode enemies. If you can't hurt those, well, I'm going to die anyway. Good. Great. But yeah, if you can't kill those, you're not ready for anything on super hard mode, basically. So, that's Blackened Flames, not as cool as I was hoping. Let's try some Ice 4. I've had this for ages, but generally I didn't have the armor set to use it on. So let's see. We got controllable, somewhat controllable magic. It does more damage. I'll definitely give it that. I think because I have the Celestriad, I'll be mainly looking for magic that has a really high default mana cost. So the low efficient spells aren't going to be as good for the way we're going to do things. I guess I could summon a boss and play with him. Let's summon like Chaos or something. A relatively hard, not invincible hard mode boss. Not as bad as the Blight. So Chaos is from my Wind Crystal, which is right here. And we'll be fine. Let's go test out. We'll test out some of our other spells on him. Now, one of the problems I've noticed already with my mage class is you have to be really careful dodging stuff. I got kind of spoiled with my cool shield and melee set. I can take a lot of damage right now, or I will take a lot of damage. So, Ice 4. Unfortunately, I actually don't like it following your cursor as much. I'm dead already. This is stupid. You have to just click once. If you try to hold the mouse down for auto fire, it doesn't really work. Well, it'll only go as far as your cursor is. Like, it doesn't keep going. You know what I mean. Anyway, that's one of the changes I've noticed that's kind of somewhat frustrating. I'm not sure if my magic set is even really going to work for hard mode stuff, because I die so easily without all my melee shield stuff. Anyway, we'll have a look at Bolt 4. Now, technically, Ice 4 and Bolt 4 aren't really hard mode sort of stuff. Bolt 4 is the classic normal mode Terraria kill everything kind of spell. I don't think it'll work as great on the super hard mode stuff like Chaos. Maybe that's just the problem. I'm fighting bosses that are way too hard for what Bolt 4 is meant for. Now I'm just clicking rapidly to try to keep it going. Unfortunately, the auto hold down the button doesn't work as well for the magic missile style. Well, it does some damage. It does pretty good damage to him. You got to stay far away so you don't get hit and dodge his little fireballs. That's okay. The main thing is you got to have all your... I could have potions and stuff. Fire Spirits. This one just seems to be an auto fire fireball kind of thing. I don't know. Nothing too special. This tornado killed me. Well, so far Chaos is doing a really good job of killing me while I'm trying to test out my magic. Should have known. I guess this is why I ended up using melee. So we're going to switch to the Forgotten Ice Bow and the Forgotten Thunder Bow, which are straight up upgrades from those spells. And then we're going to go try to fight Chaos again. I don't know. I guess it really would be smart. Well, a couple things. I could use that first. I could have a couple potions going, but in the method of trying to save time, I didn't want to bother with potions as well as all this other stuff. All right, so Forgotten Ice Bow works just like Ice 4. Then just has a different spell, different color animation. Forgotten Thunderbolt is more like the Thunder spell than that. So it's just a straight upgrade then. It's actually different. We're also going to toss that. We're going to go, what's the Chaos Tome like? So it's more like a flamethrower effect. It goes through walls. That's handy, actually. I was looking for spells that would go through walls before, so that's really nice. So let's try. Okay, Forgotten Ice Bowl. So this is Ice 5. Let's just call it Ice 5. It's even better than Ice 4. It definitely does more damage. I would say we're definitely on pace to kill hard mode bosses with a spell like that, for sure. All you gotta do is stay alive long enough, which is always the problem. So then we got the Bolt 4, or Bolt 5, I'll call it. I still die too easily. Yeah, without my melee armor, I don't know. I guess if I played the whole game as a mage, I might get used to this, but man, you sure get killed quick. Remember how easy it was to fight Chaos when I was fighting him with my Dragoon armor and stuff? Maybe I should switch back. Switch back. See if it makes a big difference. Where are you? Chaos is still coming for us, guys. See, sometimes it doesn't seem to matter how far you get away, they don't despawn. And sometimes they'll just despawn no matter what you do. Well, you got me there pretty good. And Chaos Tome. This one, nice little flamethrower effect. Unfortunately, it doesn't do as much damage. So it's probably not as good for super hard bosses like this. What else we got? We got Starfall. Now, if this hits him, he'll probably die pretty quick. If I remember reading this correctly, it's going to do a few thousand damage. It's the same damage that a star would do if it hit from the sky. And normally this costs a ton of MP. I think this might be one of the most overpowered combos, is Starfall plus the Celestriad. Because, well, I mean, let's see how quickly you can kill him. You have to click it. It's got no auto fire. But let's see. If he just holds still, hold still for a second, buddy. There we go. Well, you know, it's actually not as bad. It's not as good as the Dragoon Spear, oddly. It's doing the same kind of damage the Dragoon Spear did, but much harder to hit. It'll kill him quick enough, but... Falling stars. Well, or he'll kill me. Yeah. So, that's Starfall. Now, that one's pretty hard to craft up if you're wanting to make that spell. And normally it costs all of your mana. I think I can cast it once if I don't have the armor set on. Where is it? Starfall. It's one of the really, really hard ones. Blue Knight, Guardian Souls. It's definitely a super hard mode spell. Okay, let's switch to a different boss and we'll try out the rest of our spells. So far, I like them, but I actually still like the Dragoon armor too for for keeping us alive better. Chaos Tome gone, Starfall gone. We've still got Freeze Bolt 3. We've got Meteor Shower. We've got... Is there anything else to try out? There's probably some more spells I didn't have room for. Oops, that's not quite what I wanted to do. Magic. Anything else here that I haven't used? I didn't get Ultima. I don't know how you craft Ultima. This is one of those ones that I don't know how you're supposed to get, honestly. So I didn't add those in right off. There's also Flare in here. And I don't know where you're supposed to get it from normally, so I didn't want to craft it in right off the bat. I can't tell you how to get that one because I don't know how. Fire Tome 4 is just upgraded from Fire Tome 1. Like, most of them are pretty easy from the book. But I was actually going to fight something other than Chaos this time, but apparently I accidentally clicked him again. So Ultima. This one also would cost you a ton of MP if you're trying to use it without the Celestriad, but it definitely does good damage. You can stay alive. I'm also dual casting, which is ridiculous. Well, I almost killed him. I'm gonna say this straight up. I think he's easier with melee with the Beholder Shield, honestly, because he could barely hurt me, and I'm using like the good armor again, Dragoon 2. That is ridiculous, the amount of Ultima. Alright, let's try a different boss out. Maybe one from not super hard mode? Well, I mean, there's no way you'd have these kind of spells on normal mode, but let's try out, like, yeah, the sorcerer guy. Yeah, let's try him out. Let's see how this works. Trying these things out without the shield. Let's put back on our normal armor. See if we have any chance against somebody like this. We'll try Flare. I always thought, well, this is a different animation than Flare from Omniers, to be honest. Oh, does it have to be Knight? Knight. There we go. Try to fight the sorcerer again. There we go. And we'll do Flare. Flare does 400 damage, not bad. Well, it kills his little, whatever they're called, guys, quickly enough. It's got a nice kind of spread. Like it hits actually. It's a nice amount of stuff. Tauros Knight. Those are the guys that give you the red Tight Knight down in hell. But this spell barely hurts him. I guess... What, is he immune to fire? I suppose. Alright, what else have we got? Meteors. There you go. Meteor shower. Wherever you put your mouse cursor, meteors fall. That seems to do a little bit of damage. Not much, though. The spear did a lot more damage than that, I can tell you. Freeze Bolt! Bouncy. He's not immune to freeze. That makes sense. He's still very tough, though. Considering how quickly I can kill him with the Dragoon Spear, and he's not even the boss I'm trying to kill right now. Yeah, there's the boss I'm trying to kill. I don't know. I guess I'm just not a magic guy for Terraria, honestly. I tried most of the spells. I tried the magic armor. It's just not for me. I mean, there is one spell that would do it, I guess. I already threw it away, unfortunately. Okay, where are you? There we are. Divine Boon Cannon. Let's see if this evens it out for this guy. Alright. Not that you need the Celestiad for this spell. Now, it's kind of looking different, I imagine. Oh, he's already dead. Yeah, this spell still wins most OP there is in the game. That is ridiculous. The reason it flickers, I imagine, is because I'm dual casting it with the gem box. Hey, Chaos, what's you up to, buddy? Oh, you coming to get me? You're surviving better than the sorcerer. No, you're not. Never mind. Alright, well, let's see. 26 minutes. I think that really covers most of the magic. Like, I'm just not a magician, guys. I tried a couple times on my way through. And in Omnirs, I used a lot more magic. I used Bolt 4, I used Flare a lot. But in this one, I don't know. Just never really clicked in for me. I think the Dragoon set, like the Heroes Gear, Red Armor, Blue Armor, Red Armor, Dragoon 1, Dragoon 2, I think it's just straight up the best set of armor in the game, no matter what you're going to do. Because it gives you good defense, it gives you all the awesome abilities you need. It's just straight up better. So even if you want to be a mage, you should probably use this. So I guess, what else could I show you? I was looking for like recipes to make armor and stuff. I don't know. It's not... It just takes too long for me to go through this. You guys can just explore yourself if you want to play. I think what I'm going to do is end this episode, clear my inventory out of magic goo, and we're going to try one more episode of Epilogue with range stuff. I'll probably try to pick up some guns, because I know there's lots of guns I haven't used, and a lot of people have been telling me to try out stuff like, where are they? Yeah, the anti-mat rifle, something like that, 4,000 damage. Things like, where's that, there's like a shotgun thing that gets crazy. The expulsor cannon, I think? Expulsor cannon, focused energy beam. Like, there's a lot of really cool looking things. Okay, that's 4 shots. That's kind of like the clockwork assault rifle. I bet you that's how you get that. Anti-mat rifle is the sniper. You saw that from the Mega Shark, I imagine. Really, really slow cooldown. And then focused energy beam. I don't even have the use Tesla bolts. I don't even know how to get those. Anyway, I'll deal with range stuff next episode. I'm getting ahead of myself. Stay tuned next episode for more messing around, looking at some recipes, and just goofing off. Let's see you guys.